All right, my speech is over ending world hunger. So what if we could live in a world where everybody eats, where everybody puts in work, makes a salary, is able to buy food for themselves and their families, is able to, puts in their part in making the world a better place. Imagine the productivity of the workforce. Imagine the advancements in technology. Think about all the people working towards vaccines, and the list goes on and on. So why isn't this a reality in our world today? WorldHunger.org reports that more than 1.4 billion people live below the international poverty line. That means almost 20% of the world population makes less than $1.25 a day. These numbers are mind-boggling. Imagine if all of us, think about this, imagine if all of us were given $1 every day for the rest of the year to live. Would that even be possible? How would we be able to afford everyday things? Like Travis said, the average meal is around $16. How could you, and we're supposed to eat 3 meals a day, how could you do that if you can't even afford one? Think about how much people are out of action. FreedomFromHunger.org reports that this year, nearly 9 million children will die needlessly. And not only from starvation, but from illnesses that starvation leads to. Because hunger weakens your immune system, especially in children, which leads to many diseases and illnesses. So why? Why is there world hunger? Well, it's simple. It's because of poverty. Poverty is the principal cause of hunger. So why is there poverty? Well, the simple answer is greed. The 1% of the population that controls the wealth in the world is greedy. They might argue that people have to work for their status, that everybody should work for what they earn. But what if that isn't possible? 98% of hungry people are in underdeveloped countries, which means they lack the opportunity to do what they need to do to survive every day. It's not just about laziness, it's about lack of opportunity. Another cause of hunger is harmful economic systems. Control over resources and income is based on military, political, and economic power, which lays in the hands of the minority. This minority is being greedy. And why do I say they're being greedy? Well, the Borgen Project estimates that it would take $30 billion every year to end world hunger. Now that might seem like a big number, but if you think about $30 billion compared to how much money is in the world, it's not even close. Did you know that the US defense budget is $737 billion? And I did the math, and the top 10 billionaires are worth a total of $465 billion. So obviously the money is there. So why is there still world hunger? So what needs to happen? Well, there are many organizations and charities that do their best to end world hunger, but it's just not enough. There needs to be a global movement. We all need to put in effort in developing underdeveloped countries. How? We can start by giving everybody sustainable food, transforming the agriculture around the world so that everybody can grow their own safe and sustainable food. And this eliminates the need for physical food aid. For example, donations from wealthy people, which right now are absolutely necessary because, like I said, people are dying every day. Government intervention is absolutely necessary. The so-called leaders of the world have to step up and take care of the people. I mean, that is what they're meant to do. Again, imagine a world without world hunger. Education, healthcare, clean water for everybody. Population would stabilize because everybody would learn about health, about their bodies, and what it means to give and nurture life. Imagine being able to experience life without guilt. Imagine being able to sit down and eat a meal knowing that nobody in the world is hungry at the moment. Everybody has food. Imagine being able to go to bed at night during a storm in comfort knowing that there's nobody out on the streets during the storm. I'm going to end my speech on a peaceful quote by poet Federico Garcia Lorca. The day that hunger is eradicated from the earth, there will be the greatest spiritual explosion the world has ever known. Humanity cannot imagine the joy that will burst into the world on the day of the Great Revolution. Thank you.